this brief, mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?
Okay.
I, Rickon Stark.
I, Corlys Velaryon. I, Ormond Baratheon.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir,
Princess Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Okay.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
True, Squad W. True.
We play an ugly game.
It's a dragon egg.
The determination to win it.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
So this is what I think. Choose your plan. Yeah. Why did Game of Thrones originally lose favor with people? It's because it deviated from the books. Now, it had an idea of how it was supposed to go. But if you look at the, like, how, like, almost play by play, the first and second, and even all the way up into the fourth season, Game of Thrones is, like, right there with the books. And in season 5, it started to deviate. The reason why that happens, and the reason why that's bad, is that George R.R. Martin is the Elden Lord of nerds. He was at the first Comic-Con. He is the one that spends 20 years writing a book. Okay? Not these other two clowns that HBO hired to do a show. Who the fuck are they? Who are these guys? We need and the reason why it was good is because George R.R. Martin wrote the first 4 seasons. That's the facts. That's the guy that knows what fucking is going on, and that's the guy that takes that much time to make sure it's working and it's right. And the fact is that I think that this show is going to suck. I think it's going to suck. I think it's going to be a lot like Season 7 of Game of Thrones, and maybe even a little bit like Season 8. It's going to have, like lowbrow humor. And like, not that there wasn't any of that, but I think that there's a very big difference of like the way that it's portrayed. It's like childish humor in a way, right? It's not as funny. And he's writing this. George R.R. Martin literally wrote this show. So he wrote the show. He wrote it's all based on the books. See, like, my understanding is that it was derivative from the books. Yeah, like, I thought it was derivative from the books. It wasn't actually the books like Game of Thrones was the books. Yeah, no, he wrote this. He didn't write it. Dance of Dragons book. The source material is finished in this case. This is based on a complete book. Well, let me say this then. I'm not going to, like, I don't really know, and so I don't want to argue it because I have no idea. I think that if they go off of what he wants them to do, and the closer they stay to the source material, the better this show is going to be. That's what my opinion is that I think Game of Thrones went off the rocker whenever they deviated from the books, and I think to the extent that this show deviates what George R.R. Martin did, deviates from it, I think it's going to be bad. That's in general what my opinion is. What do you guys think? Wrong. It only needs competent writing. I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's basically like a history book of Westeros, isn't it? Did you read the book? I didn't read this book, no. They are deviated from the story. It's also being directed by a different person. I don't know, man. Like, it's a prequel to the television series, and it's based on Martin's 2018 novel, Fire and Blood. Okay, well, we'll see how it is. We'll see how it's good. As I said, George R. R. Martin signed a full deal with HBO, and he's in full control. If he is in full control of the way the show goes, I will give it my blessing, and I will say, listen, let's watch it. Let's watch it and hope that it's good. And I'll even almost expect it to be good. But if it's like basically them taking his book and then paraphrasing it into hearsay and then putting it on the TV, no, I think it's going to suck. So basically, the closer he is to it, the better it's going to be. The farther away he is away from it, the worse it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah, Complete Control. Say season 2, 3, and 4 are good. They already deviate here from the books. Didn't revive some important characters like Lady Stoneheart. No, I didn't say it has to be perfect or anything like that, but I think that it was much closer than the other seasons. I remember seeing a chart for that before. And Lord of the Rings TV series is so bad. I don't know. Let's see here. The man couldn't finish a book in a decade. Do you think he can write a show? People are delusional. As I said, I have very, very low expectations for this. Let me just say that. I'll read a few more of these comments. How much better visually this is than any of the recent fantasy shows. Yeah, I mean, Game of Thrones was fucking awesome in terms of visuals. It was amazing. Yeah, it was so fucking badass. Absolutely. Story's already has an ending. All the story beats have been written. The entire blueprint is there for a fantastic product, so I'm really optimistic about that. If that is the case, my understanding of this is they were basically extrapolating his lore from Game of Thrones. So if this is an actual book, then yeah, sure. Maybe it'll actually be good. Yeah, maybe it'll actually be good. I mean, we'll see what happens. But again, I'm not holding my breath one way or another, okay? Yeah, we'll see what happens.